Teofimo been doing a lot of talking lately. So, hey, I go up to 140 and fight Teofimo. What's up? Get this win tonight. Teofimo, you already know how I'm coming. You and your father. So let's set it up.
He gets on my nerves, and he do a lot of this, and like somebody's really scared of him. But behind closed doors, every time I cross paths with him and his father don't say nothing. But
Some shocking news came out today of Teofimo Lopez Sr. getting knocked out or jumped by Keyshawn after Keyshawn finished sparring his son Teofimo Lopez Jr.
The boxing world has been set ablaze with the latest drama involving Keyshawn Davis and Teofimo Lopez. It looks like a rivalry is slowly brewing between the two, and all credit goes to Davis for starting and fueling the feud, even taking it to an extreme where he got Teo's dad, Teofimo Sr., involved. Now, the latest feud with Lopez seems intentional because right after his victory over Jose Pedraza on February 8th, Davis has made his intentions clear. He wants to fight Lopez at any cost and is even willing to move up to the 140-pound division to challenge Lopez for his belts. In case you missed it, Davis put up a stunning performance and managed to stop Pedraza early in the fight. The talented lightweight was especially sharp, while he picked apart Pedraza and stopped the former two-division champion in the 6th round of ESPN's co-feature before Teofimo Lopez met Jermaine Ortiz in the main event at Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino's Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas. Davis battered and bloodied the most accomplished opponent he has faced and joined Gervonta Davis as the only opponents who've defeated Pedraza by knockout or technical knockout. Referee Thomas Taylor spared Pedraza from taking unnecessary punishment when he stepped in and stopped Davis from hammering him with power punches. The official time of the stoppage was 1:09 of the 6th round. According to stats, Davis landed 54% of his power punches, 104 of 192 to 39 of 184, and nearly 100 more punches overall than Pedraza during their one-sided affair. Davis sensed Pedraza was ready to be knocked out and intensified the pressure early in the 6th round. The 2021 Olympic silver medalist landed various head and body shots during the opening minute of that round, which led Taylor to stop the fight. A left hook by Davis turned Pedraza's head with just under 140 remaining in the 5th round. Pedraza tried to make Davis fight on the inside, but Davis continued to pick him apart from his preferred range. However, Davis was dominant throughout the fight, overpowering the veteran in every round. Davis's right uppercut connected with just over 120 to go in the 3rd round. An active, accurate Davis picked Pedraza apart for the remainder of that one-sided 3rd round. A right hand by Davis knocked Pedraza backward 35 seconds into the 3rd round as well. Davis unloaded an array of head and body shots on Pedraza thereafter, which excited the crowd. Davis's left hook up top caught Pedraza with just over a minute on the clock in the 2nd round. Davis also landed several shots to Pedraza's body during the 2nd round. Davis also landed a left hook as Pedraza came forward a little less than a minute into the 1st round. Pedraza landed a right hand about 15 seconds into the 1st round, which caused Davis to tie him up. During the post-fight press conference, Davis told ESPN's Bernardo Osuna, "Throughout this whole training camp, I've been saying I'm the best at 135, and everybody kept saying, 'Keyshawn, you gotta get the stoppage, you gotta get a knockout.' And I kept telling everybody, 'Don't worry about it, just watch me work.' And that's exactly what happened. I got the stoppage. Thank you, Jesus." The victory over Pedraza seems to have boosted Davis's confidence because when he was asked about who he wanted to fight next, he blurted out Teofimo Lopez's name, who defeated Jermaine Ortiz later that day. "Teofimo, man, been doing a lot of talking lately," he said during the post-fight interview. "So hey, I'll go up to 140 and fight Teofimo. Teofimo, you already know how I'm coming, you and your father. Let's set it up. I'll come straight to 140. Let's go."
Teofimo been doing a lot of talking lately. So, hey, I go up to 140 and fight Teofimo. What's up? Get this win tonight. Teofimo, you already know how I'm coming. You and your father. So let's set it up.
Davis was present ringside during Teofimo's fight, and it was clear that he had already set his sights on the Honduran-American fighter. After witnessing Lopez labor to victory, Davis incited a furious row by using his FaceTime with the champion to call him out. The Takeover responded by leaning over the ropes to show off his belts, before shouting at his rival as Top Rank caught the entire incident on camera.
But every time they feel this power, they run. You might be the next one, too.
I will f you up, boy. Last time we was in the ring, you felt...
Physically, Davis is in top form, which he believes sets the stage for his future in the sport. He is currently ranked in the top 10 by 2 of the organizing bodies, positioning him for significant fights ahead. His next target, Teofimo Lopez, has also been vocal in the boxing community, suggesting that he wants to take bigger risks in his boxing career. Davis expressed his willingness to move up to 140 pounds to make the fight with Lopez happen, directly challenging him and his team to set up the match. He conveyed a clear message to Lopez and his father, indicating his readiness and determination to face them in the ring. Furthermore, Davis also mentioned another potential opponent, Emmanuel Navarrete, whom he respects as a formidable fighter. He expressed his interest in fighting Navarrete at 135 pounds after the Mexican retained the WBO title in November last year, showcasing Davis's willingness to take on challenging fights and his ambition to climb the ranks in the boxing world. Davis's call out to Teofimo Lopez is not just a challenge, it's a statement of his intentions to compete at the highest levels and his belief in his ability to succeed. His approach to calling out big names like Lopez and showing respect to other fighters like Navarrete highlights his confidence and respect for the sport. So, Keyshawn Davis has 2 big names on his list for his next fight, but it looks like Davis is more interested in the potential fight with Teofimo Lopez. We say this because just a week after the fight, Davis was involved in a controversial sparring session with Teofimo Lopez and his dad, Teofimo Lopez Sr., that would make his intentions clear. The sparring session incident involving Davis and Teofimo Lopez Sr. has now become a focal point of contention and drama in the boxing community, igniting a fiery rivalry between the 2 fighters. This altercation not only stirred controversy, but also shed light on the intense emotions and personal vendettas that can permeate the sport of boxing. According to detailed accounts from several sources, the incident unfolded in a highly charged atmosphere during a sparring session less than a week after the fight. The situation escalated when Teofimo Lopez Sr., who is not only Teofimo Lopez's father, but also his trainer, allegedly used a racial slur at Davis. This act reportedly provoked Keyshawn Davis, leading to a confrontation that culminated in Davis knocking out Lopez Sr. The use of such language, especially in the competitive and diverse world of boxing, is deeply controversial and has the potential to incite significant conflict, as was the case here. However, a point to be noted here is that Teofimo and his dad have been freely using the supposed slur, the N-word, without any consequences. The only conclusion that can be drawn from this is that Davis just wanted an excuse to intensify the rivalry, and he found the perfect opportunity. Shakur Stevenson played a crucial role in bringing the altercation to public attention. He criticized Teo for staying silent and being an onlooker as his father got knocked down by Davis. In one of his tweets, Sugar wrote, "Broski the same nigga that watched Keyshawn knock his father out right in front of him, but get in front of the camera talk like he the toughest nigga in the world. Bro, you pussy, I know you in real life." He didn't stop there because in another tweet he took yet another jab at Teo by writing, "You know what I'm gon' chill lan, even gon' expose these soft-ass boxers. Tell niggas don't speak on my name unless you willing to send a real contract this way." Stevenson's criticism of Teofimo Lopez for his perceived inaction during the confrontation added another layer of complexity to the situation. Through social media, Stevenson accused Lopez of failing to defend his father during the altercation, questioning his toughness and integrity. This public indictment by Stevenson not only intensified the scrutiny on Lopez, but also highlighted the expectations of loyalty and defense often held within the boxing community. The incident raises questions about the boundaries of conduct in the sport of boxing, both within and outside the ring. The use of racially charged language and the subsequent physical altercation underscore the high tensions and the personal stakes that can underlie professional relationships in boxing. These events also reflect the broader issues of respect, racial sensitivity, and personal honor that resonate within the sport and society at large. Teofimo Lopez's response, or lack thereof, to the incident has been a subject of significant debate. In the world of boxing, where personal honor and toughness are highly valued, the expectations for a fighter to defend their family, especially in the face of disrespect, are immense. Lopez's perceived inaction has led to criticism not only from Stevenson, but also from fans and commentators who question his resolve and character. The fallout from the sparring session incident has far-reaching implications for the relationships between the involved parties. For Teofimo Lopez, the incident presents a challenge to his reputation and his standing within the boxing community. For Keyshawn Davis, the altercation has served as a catalyst for his call-out of Lopez, setting the stage for a potential high-stakes bout that transcends mere competition to touch on issues of personal honor and retribution. Now, following the sparring drama, Teofimo Lopez's dad responded to the rumors about him being knocked down by Davis. Lopez Sr.'s response to the allegations surrounding the sparring session incident provides a nuanced perspective on the events that have fueled the ongoing drama between his son, Teofimo Lopez, and Keyshawn Davis. In addressing the public and media, Lopez Sr. sought to clarify the circumstances that led to the altercation, offering a counter-narrative to the reports and accusations that had been circulating.
That Keyshawn Davis knocked me out? They're 100% wrong. Nobody knocked me out that night. Okay? Me and Coach K are good now. All right?
According to Lopez Sr., the incident was significantly less severe than what had been portrayed in the media and by onlookers such as Shakur Stevenson. He acknowledged that there was indeed a confrontation involving himself, Coach K, K. Karoma, and Keyshawn Davis, but he vehemently denied being knocked out. Instead, Lopez Sr. described the altercation as a scuffle that escalated from a misunderstanding during the sparring session between Davis and his son. Lopez Sr. provided context to the altercation, explaining that tensions rose when Keyshawn Davis turned his back during sparring, which he perceived as disrespectful. In the heat of the moment, Lopez Sr. admitted to using a racial slur, a decision he later seemed to regret, attributing it to the intense emotions and the environment of the gym. He emphasized that his use of the term was not meant in a derogatory manner, but rather as a reflection of the vernacular familiar to him from his upbringing in Brooklyn. This explanation, however, does not excuse the use of such language, especially considering its potential to offend and escalate tensions. The confrontation, as described by Lopez Sr., led to a physical scuffle with Coach K, rather than a one-sided knockout by Davis. He recounted how the situation quickly became overwhelming as others joined in, leading to a chaotic scene where he felt his life was in danger due to the inability to breathe. Despite the severity of the altercation, Lopez Sr. stressed that there were no lasting injuries and that the matter had been resolved, particularly between him and Coach K. Lopez Sr.'s account raises important questions about the dynamics within boxing gyms, where emotions can run high and misunderstandings can lead to serious confrontations. His response also touches on the broader issues of communication, respect, and racial sensitivity within the sport. By publicly addressing the incident, Lopez Sr. aimed to set the record straight, defend his reputation, and perhaps more importantly, protect his son from further criticism related to the event. The resolution of the conflict between Lopez Sr. and Coach K, as mentioned by Lopez Sr., suggests that while tempers can flare, there is also room for reconciliation and understanding within the boxing community. This outcome highlights the complex nature of relationships in the sport, where respect and rivalry often coexist. Teofimo Lopez Sr.'s response to the sparring session incident provides a critical insight into the personal and professional tensions that can arise in the competitive world of boxing. It underscores the importance of perspective in understanding conflicts and the potential for resolution even in the most heated disputes. As the drama continues to unfold, Lopez Sr.'s account serves as a reminder of the multifaceted nature of the narratives that shape the boxing world. While the controversy about Davis knocking out Teofimo Lopez Sr. and Teo Jr. just being a silent spectator has been put to bed, we cannot deny that Keyshawn Davis is interested in fighting Teofimo Lopez next. His social media handles are full of posts about his interest in fighting the Brooklyn boxer. In one of his tweets, Davis exposed Teo writing, "Teo words, I know you one of the fighters out here that'll fight anybody but Keyshawn after you beat Pedraza. Please don't call me out. After we took our picture. Then I told Teo, you know what, I just might do that. Jokingly. #scary. Davis may be excited about the prospect of taking on a star-studded boxer such as Teofimo Lopez. However, his fans have warned him about taking on the WBO junior welterweight champion. One user wrote, he smokes you, no pun intended. Another explained, he's a two-time lineal champ. You gotta do something more to be calling out a guy like him with his accomplishments. If he were in your division and you were the mandatory, then fine, I get it. Only Teo haters gonna push for this though, and honestly, it's too soon for you. Should do yourself the favor and gain more experience and shoot for the fight next year. A third user commented, Teo would put you to sleep. Despite the warnings from his fans, Davis doesn't seem to care and continued posting tweets about wanting to fight Teo. In one of his tweets, he even revealed that he's in talks with Teo's promoter to make this fight. He wrote, Bro, can you stop talking, please? We just called your promoter and he doesn't want you to fight me yet. Little pup, stop calling out everybody when your promoter doesn't even remember your name or doesn't believe you are ready for this level. P.S. Tell your father to let you run your own social media. In yet another tweet, Davis wrote, Send that contract and I bet I'll sign it. At whatever weight you want, you say you're an old school fighter, fight me. Davis seems adamant about wanting to fight Lopez, but will Teo Lopez accept a fight offer from the lightweight champion? Well, Lopez has plenty of options to choose from, and an inexperienced Keyshawn Davis is unlikely to feature on the list. Lopez has plenty of contenders from his division, but he recently set his sights on moving up in weight and challenging the likes of Terrence Crawford from the 147-pound division. It's only a matter of time before he chooses the next step in his boxing career. And like we just mentioned, Lopez already has plenty of potential contenders at junior welterweight. Top contenders include the likes of Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. However, the potential contender that makes the most sense is the current IBF champion Subriel Matias. Subriel's promoter, Eddie Hearn, recently requested The Takeover to fight the Puerto Rican. In his latest interview, the 44-year-old emphasized that Lopez versus Matias would be one of the best matches at 140 pounds. Speaking on the Porterway podcast, Teofimo Lopez claimed he would bear down Subriel Matias within 4 rounds if they were to fight. As a result, Matias encouraged Lopez to face the IBF super lightweight champion in March or April of 2024. While The Takeover did not directly respond to Matias's call-out, he later labeled the 31-year-old the softest fighter in the division he could beat easily. At this, promoter Eddie Hearn hopes Lopez and Matias will share the ring.
To fight all the big fights at 140 pounds. Obviously, you've got the winner of Haney against Ryan Garcia. Oh man, just give me Teofimo Lopez for Subriel Matias.
I want him Lopez to fight all the big fighters at 140 pounds. Obviously, you've got the winner of Haney against Garcia. Just give me Teofimo Lopez for Subriel Matias, please, said Hearn in his latest interview. If you're watching this, Teofimo Lopez, please fight Subriel Matias. It will make me smile, he added. Well, now that Hearn has sent his message to Lopez, hopefully, the latter would soon reveal whether or not he is serious about fighting Subriel. But let's focus our attention back to Keyshawn Davis. Who would win in a potential fight between Davis and The Takeover? The potential fight promises not just a clash of fists, but of egos, histories, and personal vendettas. This bout, however, is more than just a narrative of rising tension. It's a test of skill, experience, and the raw hunger to dominate the ring. While Davis, fresh off a significant victory over Jose Pedraza, has shown himself to be a formidable contender, bursting with youth and ambition, the looming question remains. Does he stand a chance against the seasoned prowess of Teofimo Lopez? Teofimo Lopez, a name that resonates with achievement and resilience, has etched his place in the annals of boxing through a series of spectacular victories and a track record that speaks volumes of his skill, strategic mindset, and ring dominance. His victory over Vasily Lomachenko, a fight that stunned the world and showcased his exceptional talent and ring IQ, has set a high bar. Lopez's ability to navigate through fights against seasoned opponents, coupled with his explosive power and tactical acumen, makes him a daunting challenge for any contender, including the young and spirited Davis. Keyshawn Davis, while undeniably talented and riding the high of his recent win, steps into a potential fight with Lopez as the underdog. His youth and speed are advantages, but they are pitted against Lopez's experience, power, and proven track record against top-tier opponents. The dynamics of this fight extend beyond the physical capabilities of both fighters. It's a battle of experience versus youth, of proven mettle against burgeoning ambition. The personal animosity stemming from the sparring session incident adds a layer of intensity to this potential matchup. For Davis, this fight is an opportunity to settle scores and prove his worth against a top-ranked opponent. For Lopez, it's a chance to defend his honor and demonstrate that the incident has not dented his resolve or his status as one of the elite fighters in the boxing world. However, when the gloves are on and the bell rings, it's the skill, heart, and strategy that will determine the victor. While Davis's victory over Pedraza signals his readiness for bigger challenges, facing Teofimo Lopez is a leap into a realm where only the exceptional thrive. The odds, steeped in the reality of Lopez's accomplishments and ring savvy, suggest that Davis, despite his potential and prowess, faces an uphill battle against a fighter of Lopez's caliber. In the high-stakes world of boxing, where every fight writes a new story, this potential bout promises to be an epic chapter, albeit one where the young challenger faces the sternest test of his burgeoning career. So, what are your thoughts on this fight? Do you think Keyshawn Davis is capable of beating Teofimo Lopez? Is this a great matchup in your opinion? Let us know in the comments.